we shall first draw some structure in the chem sketch. I save it in certain format, import that in the WinMoStar. From the WinMoStar, I will run it in the Mopac. From the Mopac, we will have the result analysis. Analysis of result is very important. I'll show you how, which software you can use. And nowadays, because you're sitting at home, if you have some PC and some laptop, not very useful. Okay. So before we attempt, can you give some aromatic molecule as an example with which we can try? Like for example, the other day we took hydrazine. Now you give me an aromatic example. You just type there. We'll draw that molecule in the chem sketch section, and I will tell you how it can be optimized and then visualized. Okay, because I'm choosing aromatics because aromatics will have a lot of bonds for visualization. Okay, so you give some molecule, you type the molecule and give that to me. Type it here, and I shall see what can be done. Okay, any aromatic. Give an example. An aromatic system. Can you give? Please give. Let us. We shall start then. For example, கொடுங்கப்பா ஏதாவது C6H5 C6H5NS2 NO2 அந்த மாதிரி ஏதாவது கொடுங்க. பென்சீன் வேணாம், ஒரு டெரிவேட்டிவ் கொடுங்க. ஏதாவது ஒரு டெரிவேட்டிவ் கொடுத்தா நல்லா இருக்கும். பென்சீன் வித் சம் அதர் டெரிவேட்டிவ். அனிலின். ஓகே. Okay, I should take aniline, and I'll just share the screen. Screen sharing options. Share whiteboard Microsoft. Share the screen. So here you go. So this is the first. Okay, I think you might have tried something with ACD Chem Sketch. Okay, I just go to the template and click the template window. You can see a lot of options there, like alkalides. Okay, so here if you click it, you can get almost all molecules. Bicyclics are there, and the chairs forms are there, and then so many other important Newman projections and rings, other perazole, perazole, like that. Okay, so we will take one perol. Just click it and just drag it. Okay. So other thing is you can again open the template and put I'll take the rings there, aromatics. So this is the benzene ring. Should. Okay, when you just double click it, you will get the benzene ring, right? So any delete key in the keyboard, it will delete the molecule. So here we have benzene. Now our choice was aniline, right? So you should just click on this line and draw a line from there. Okay. So in the structure section, I'll just click this. Click here as MS. Right. So now you get the structure. Can be drawn. You can shift the bond and you can shift this molecule. You can play with these things. Okay. So as of now, the bond has not been added. And we should just try again. Right. You can click C there and then you can get. Now you can right click on this, or you can just click on the nitrogen atom and then put N there. So you get NS2 there. you can have this ring. Okay, so I'll just undo drive, and then the structure portion we have N nitrogen. You should draw it. Okay, next you get it. You get the aniline. Okay. Now, after trying something from the top portion and the lower portion, you can save this molecule. Okay. Here it is save as. You have to go for save as, and there you'll have a lot of options there. Okay. But I think we saved the format in this molecule format, and you have to give that name. Aniline dot is saved. Okay. And there are other options too. You can simply click some of the options that are there in the above window. Like for example, here you can see these options, tools. You can see the tools, right? There you can see the clean structure. If you click clean structure, it will clean the structure. Or if you click 3D optimization, it will put you the actual oriented structure, and you can even making a thing, you can rotate these things. Okay, I'm not rotating because it's going to be wasting. Okay, after that, I'll just again clean the structure, and then I'll save it again as this. On the desktop, we have what is that? What did we say? No, not chemspace, only the mol file. Again, aniline.mol, and just to save it. Now, I'll go back to Winmos start data. This we have installed. This we have installed already in the previous class, right? I'll open the molecule there. So it is asking for input file, but we have saved only the mol file. Okay, so you click mol and search the file there. Desktop is not there. Mol file. Here it is. Here it is. Lily, and just open it. So it is not supported. And go back again and save it as mol2 file version 2000. Mol. Save. Minimize this window. Go there. Mol. So here it is. Now you can see the bond lengths are not connected. The bonds are not connected. Why? Some softwares they take certain parameters for connecting the bond. The actual it is a coordinate system we have seen. In the coordinate we have seen that it is a representation of the atoms at the different places. So the software commands are such that when you have a distance of about 1.2 angstroms, it is commanded as a bond length. So this particular software has got something longer bond length, so it is not at all bonded. Okay, I'll just click these two and then go to edit, and here you can see you can make a bond or move atom and delete atom or add atom. Or I'll just save it. Okay, the best part is I'll save it as a MOPAX format. What is the MOPAX format we have to choose? We'll choose aniline.batrmop. Aniline.mop. I'll just save it. Right? We have seen the aniline.mop. This is the file we are. If I open it, I'll see the MOPAC file there. Remember this? So I'm going to calculate the RM1. These are the keywords. They are going to calculate what we require. Vectors, bonds, symmetry, and process calculation. I'm just taking. I'm removing this because it's not needed. Only when you have amide bonds, you have to take it. Okay, I'll just again save it. these are all the coordinates, XYZ coordinates, and you can see that all this one means you have to optimize. If you change this to, say for example 0, it will mean that it will not be optimized. That means it will not be considered for optimization. So this I'll just again save it, close it, copy it, and where is the Mopac folder? The Mopac folder is there. Yeah, and last time we have run this hydrazine. Okay, so hydrazine I am just removing, or I just will put there this aniline. Now aniline I have to run for semi-empirical calculation. I just take it and drag and drop it into Mopac file. So it is now running. It has run and the calculations are finished. I'll take the out file. This is the out file. When I take the out file, it shows me these things. It shows me these things. That is the calculated things. So here it has calculated the total energy, electronic energy, plasma area, ionization potential. Look at this, number of field levels in the benzene are 18, molecular weight, and lastly, all the coordinates, and then the distribution of PS, PX, and PY electrons. Okay, so if you join these 1.1, 0.9, 0.9, you will get 4, because the valency of carbon is 4. So here 0.88708 means hydrogen should have a valency of 1. But what has happened? It has become 0.8. Okay, 0.2 is lost. What does that mean? The electron density 0.2 has been removed by the substitution of NH2. Okay, so that kind of calculation we are going to see. So here the program has job ended normally. It should give you that line. Okay, the program has ended normally. Now what I'm going to do is, again go back to WinMoStar. I have to visualize. Here there are no bonds that are being made. So I'll just select the Mopac arc file. Arc file means it is an arq. Every time the Mopac runs semi-empirical calculations runs, it prints out several outputs. The most useful and significant is the out file, .out. The other is something like RQ or something like check file in Gaussian. So this file contains a lot of other data and parameters. So you can just open there. Okay. So here is our aniline that we have run. Now look what happens when I open. When I open, the bonds have formed. In our previous case, there was no such bond. Okay, there was no such bond. Now, what does the Mopac has done? The semi-empirical calculations have been done based on previous data and the analysis of the based on previous data for bond length, bond angle. It has given the bond length. Now, if you click on the nitrogen atom, you can see the nitrogen atom is highlighted there. So it comes to about XYZ coordinates. If I just click there, N is the number, element, X coordinate, Y coordinate, Z coordinate is there. Okay, so it has printed out all these things, 12.8 and minus 3.44. So minus means it has it is out of plane. Plus means it is inside the plane. So every atom I click gets highlighted. This is the beauty with this software. You can see what is happening there. Okay, so every bond I click, it goes there. Every bond I click, it goes there, and you see a lot of the results there. So you can just visualize them, and you just make some analysis of that charges available also. So in all the different angles, it is showing you. It is showing you in different angles. Okay, you can just put the you can just do clickings and take a picture, and even look in the XYZ, modify it, make a video. All these things you can do. Okay. Likewise, you can just go to the tools and click at point group analysis. Okay, it will open another window. Now you can just how much accurately you want to analyze it is asking. Highly accurate, relatively high accurate, medium is what I'm just now I'm just analyzing that. So look at what it has printed. It has given you the C2 axis. Actually, benzene is D. It is some other. I mean, benzene is D6, right? So here, because you have substituted aniline, nitrogen and hydrogen, the axis is getting separated now. Okay, the axis runs along nitrogen, carbon 1, carbon 4 and hydrogen 6. So the axis is running like that. That axis is being shown there. So you can just come back to this table. You have selected this C2, it is selected. Here you can select only one mirror. If there are two mirrors there, you can select only one mirror. Mirror 1 I am selecting. And then look at the coordinates that are there. Something is completely in plane. If something is completely in plane, you will get all 0.00. Now I click symmetrize. It is telling you to buy that particular software. That is a premium. So I'm not having that, but it is enough because we are getting C2 axis and up to this it is visualized. What it will happen is if you have paid software, if you click symmetrize, it will orient the molecule completely and make it available in the along the C2 axis. Okay, that is one result, and this is one of the visualization of that. Again, you can click and find out molecular surface and volume. Why you will try to calculate van der Waals molecule surface. Accessible molecule surface means how much it is accessible, whether it is in gas or liquid or in solid phase, or some just molecular surface. I will just need a molecular surface. Van der Waals surface is larger, molecular surface is smaller. Molecular surface will be only up to this level. See how you can see molecular surface will be. The visualization part is there. How you want to view, it is given there. Look at this, you can make the label, show number and element, it will show you the number element. And you can have chirality also will not work. There is this thing called as the okay, it is not there. So some other software is there. Okay, so again, I'll just take up this molecular surface and click calculation. Look at the calculation that gives. Who is going to give you so much data fingerprint? Now you have some molecule. You just put the molecule, you are getting beautiful numbers, right? You see the number of atoms, 14, molecular weight, total area of the molecule in angstrom square is given, A into A. Volume is given in A into A cube. And maximum length of the molecule is given. This is the length of the molecule. Maximum radius of the molecule is given. And this is intervals of sections means, it is not needed for you. It tells about the iterations that it is doing while the calculations. Okay. Now, most important part is the radius of the solvent is given. Radius means it will have its influence up to 2 angstroms. Beyond 2 angstroms, it will not have its influence. Okay. So this is about molecular area and value. Now let's just calculate the molecular surface, van der Waals surface. So it is calculating and giving you a different contour. Now total van der Waals is greater than, we saw something less like 20 in the previous case. In the van der Waals case, it comes to about 123.018. Total volume is just 94. What is the difference? Area of the molecule is greater than the volume of the molecule. In most cases, volume will be greater. But here, the extension of van der Waals influence is so great that it goes out to a larger extent. Okay. Ovality of the molecule, if it is 1, it is oval. Oval means it is egg-shaped. Spherical means it will be 1. Okay. So maximum length is again the same thing. Maximum radius is the same thing, and then these are the things you are going to get. So this tool helps you calculate the so many factors, so many influences. Now, the other part that you can do is, I'm not doing it now, is the complete neglect of differential overlap can be calculated. C and DO, I think you know this. C and DO is the complete neglect of differential overlap, and I'll just try this C and DO and see what happens. Just run it. It gives you what you want. What is the method you want? complete neglect of differential overlap or integrated neglect of differential overlap. You can calculate this for singlet and triplet. Basis set is sp. You don't need sp d orbital. D orbital properties, if you expect from aniline, no. We expect only p orbital. So I'll just stop with that. So there's a keyword there. Repulsion integral and nuclear repulsion energy is by default. Now if I just click OK, it is calculating. Aniline. Okay. Some process do not expect, it says, but it has run. So here you can see what has happened to that run. Now can you see this? Beautifully you get the spectra. Where can you get? You don't require an instrument. You'll have a lot of these things, parameters for the spectra. Parameters being integrated and modified neglect. This is a UV spectra. Okay, so you have got some 2 peaks due to nitrogen and hydrogen and all those things. And if you click, you can also get something equivalent there. Okay, you can always work out. I'm just minimizing that. So you can see this is the most liked thing I do. I like this here. This one. Energy level, can you see this? I'm just enlarging it. What is this energy level doing? Has to do. You construct molecular orbitals. In classes, you might have seen molecular orbitals. 2 atomic orbitals giving rise to molecular orbitals. These are the molecular orbitals there. And here, the uppermost molecular orbital comes. You can take in atomic angstrom or you can take electron volts, both units are there. You can see this gap, highest occupied molecular orbital versus the lowest unoccupied molecular orbital gap. It will be about 8.48. So the gap is here between highest occupied molecular orbital red line and the lowest unoccupied molecular orbital. These are the different levels of the orbitals that are there. And when you click that particular orbital, it gives you this one. Look at this beauty. The red portions, they represent the negative portions that we call it as the minus charge. Okay, plus blue, they give this portion. Aniline is inside. So I am able to visualize the orbital there. Okay, so let me take another orbital that is about 20. I'll just draw it again. Okay, so here you can see. Can you see this? I can just enlarge it. I'll just enlarge it. Now you can see this. This particular 18th orbital is having different character. It is having both plus and minus character. Every orbital is having both plus and minus character. Hydrogen atoms, there are no orbitals on the hydrogen atoms. Only on the nitrogen and carbon atoms are there. So you can, by just looking at that, you can just try to visualize the reactivity of the molecule. See the last orbital part is completely full of electrons. Okay, it's not at all full of electrons. It is only blue. Blue portions, positive charges. Negative portions, red portions, negative charges. Right. So that means a particular orbital, which is the first one, during the construction of the orbitals, it doesn't have any charge at all. It's neutral. Okay, all the hydrogen atoms are there. I can go back to this and draw to the topmost orbital. Orbital visualization will give you the, I'll just take this orbital and explain. You can see red portion means, all these portions are full of electrons, electron rich center. Carbon atom ends here, but the influence of this carbon atom is going up to this particular place. This particular space is called as the van der Waals space or the molecular surface. The positive portion, because of aniline for that particular orbital, is inside. Lot of positive portion inside, lot of negative portion. Lot of positive portion outside for the 6th carbon atom. Because this is an electron donating group, NH2 என்பது என்ன? It's an electron donating group. Nitrogen atom has got 2 lone pairs, so it gives electrons. When it gives electron to the ring system, in the valiya da ponom electrons. Therefore, these things are rich in electrons. Red portion is rich in electron. Blue portion is not rich in electron. So also you can see that nitrogen aniline is a very good ortho-para-directing. It's not very good meta. Nitroaniline means nitroaniline is a very good meta-directing group. I'm sorry, nitrobenzene is a very good meta-directing group, but aminobenzene is not a very good meta-directing group. The reason is it is having very less electron density there here at these particular portions. First reactive portions will be ortho, these two ortho, because you got more electron rich centers there. And the next reactivity portion will be the para. Why means, you can see the red portion, electron portion in the 6 hydrogen atom only. Here you don't have, here you don't have, here you don't have, here you don't have. Only for the para position you have. So this red part and this red part makes aniline para-directing. First it is ortho-directing, second it is para-directing, third it is meta-directing. So like this you can visualize the results. These are the different orbitals that are given after the calculation of C and DO. It will give you the spectra, and you can draw peaks and you can click on that and you can find out those things. Okay, so this is the most useful part of this particular WinMoStar software. How we have seen starting from a particular analysis. After you draw, you just look at the templates and clean the structure. Cleaning the structure means it has got a database of nitrogen, hydrogen, and carbon bond lengths. It will impose that, it will clean that. Okay, we have saved this molecule as some mole format. We have used this WinMoStar, imported the mole format, and then we have saved it as the MOPAC semi-empirical format. After saving it in the MOPAC format, we have written the keywords. What did we want to calculate? Vectors, bonds, symmetry, process, and MMOK, molecular mechanics correction RID. We run this program, we got all the results, we visualize the results, and then we choose this semi-empirical CNDO and INDO calculations by naming it as CND and IND, complete neglect of differential overlap. So it gave us a lot of orbitals. We analyzed the orbitals. In the orbitals, in the molecular orbitals, we saw electron-rich centers, we saw electron-deficient centers. In the electron-rich centers, nucleophilic attack will take place. In the electron-deficient centers, in the electron-rich center, electrophilic attack will take place. In the electron-deficient centers, nucleophilic attack will take place. So by looking at a new molecule, you will be able to judge on the reactivity of the molecule. Like that, you will have different reactivity, that is reactivity of different molecules plus the spectra. We can just calculate. Okay, so we shall stop here because it is asking me to upgrade. I'm not having anything to upgrade. The next thing is you can try certain things. You can try certain molecules at home. Give me an example. We will work out here. From semi-empirical to ab initio, we can just switch over and try to visualize more closely about the results, the eigenvalues, and all those things. Okay, I think you understood.